the one thing I came to understand about the military when we began to really explore this is it's a virtue-based culture. Whether people talk about the commitment to brotherhood or sisterhood, or the fraternity, or being on time, or respect, or the process detail that makes these operations they do go so so like just recently this operation they go so flawlessly because they practice and they have that discipline and focus, which are all again virtue based. And when I began to understand that, and we said, okay, we're going to have a managed business, I said, this workforce is going to be fantastic for all of these reasons of their practice virtue. And that really became an amazing competitive advantage for us, because even the non-veterans began to understand essentially the way that the veterans like to operate. And then the veterans learned essentially because the civilian workforce can be more freewheeling. So that kind of amalgamation of this discipline, focus, and virtue with the free thinking creativity of a small business really created this great compound that is VSO. The one that comes to mind is the network refresh of the Veteran Affairs estate. So the Veteran Administration is massive, and they have hospitals and clinics and centers all across the country and actually internationally. And they awarded to VSO the refresh of their entire network. So it means downtime, precision, that sort of thing. And then COVID hits. And they still had to have it done. So not only were we having to refresh this massive network in off hours, but we were having to do it under all the COVID restrictions. And this team really figured it out and worked with the customer and turned it into a fantastic experience. And it was so many difficulties we had to overcome, and we did it with aplomb. And the VA said, we've never had this go that well. And so they have to refresh their network, say, every 5 years. So they've done it multiple times. And the VA, like a lot of the government administrations, has a lot of tenure. You kind of tend to be a government employee for life a lot of times. And so it was a really great compliment that they were so pleased with something which is by nature disruptive. So I'd say that's a great example of, if you want results, call VSO. We figured it out, a huge project, very political, very intense under sort of bizarre circumstances of the COVID virus, and we still nailed it.